Online Mooring lets you configure your application forms. In this video, we'll show how to review those forms and how to make changes. First of all, to view the forms, go to the Configuration menu and click the Application Types option. Here on this Application Types page, you'll see a listing of all the different types of applications that you have in your site. You may only have one. Next to an application type, click the Edit icon, and this will bring you to a page. For the moment, we're going to ignore what's at the top of the page, and we're going to instead focus on the bottom. At the bottom, there is a listing of all the different phases of the application that you can configure. And let me go through what these phases mean. The normal phase is what you, as a provider, will see when you try to enter an application on someone else's behalf. The waitlist application phase is what the applicant will see when they submit their first waitlist application. The waitlist renewal phase allows you to configure what the applicant will see when they renew their position on the waitlist. The application phase is when you're taking someone off the waitlist and assigning them to a berth. The renewal phase is when you're renewing someone's ability to be at a berth. The other public access phase is what the applicant will see when they try to update their information outside of a normal renewal period. And finally, the inspection phase is what an inspector will see when they submit an inspection for this application. So let's go through this. Let's take a look at the waitlist application, for example. By clicking the preview button, this will bring up a page that shows the complete application as it will appear to the applicant. So what you'll see here is there are a few fields that are at the top of every application that should always stay there. The reference number is something that's automatically assigned by Online Mooring for each application. The application type and the phase are there both for confirmation to the applicant to make sure that they are doing what they intend to be doing, but also if they were to print this page and send it to you, it also gives you the information that you need to know what kind of application this is. And what you'll see is all the information that will be requested from the applicant. In some cases, some fields are required. In some cases, things are disabled. That's what this minus sign next to the field name means. And let's say that you took a look at this application and you said, you know what, I want to require the mailing address to be filled in. Currently it's not. What you can do is go to the bottom of the page and hit the configure button. Assuming that you have administrative rights, this configure button will appear. And when you do that, the page will reappear, and next to each field will be a drop-down box where you can choose how that field will behave. Now, one thing you'll notice is that when you do this, all of a sudden you're going to see every possible field that can appear on an application in Online Mooring. Most often, you're going to hide most of these fields. You'll see, for example, that the application comments field is hidden on this application. This instructions section is a section that only appears when someone prints their application. It doesn't appear when they fill out their application online. So in this case, this drop-down menu allows you to control what's going to happen when they try to print off a copy of this form. And the options for each of these fields are to hide a field, to disable it, which means that it will appear, but it can't be edited or changed in any way. Normal means that it's a field that can be filled in, but it doesn't have to be filled in. And required means that it is visible, it's editable, and the applicant has to fill something in. So let's go change what we intended to change. We wanted to change the mailing information to say we wanted to require the mailing address. So what I'll do is I'll change normal to required on that field, and also on the city, and also on the state, and also on the zip. And then when I'm all done, I come to the bottom and hit the blue save button, not the green one, which is what the applicants hit, but to save the configuration, hit the blue button. and that will save this for the mooring permit application, for the waitlist application. And then the page will redisplay, and you will be able to see what the new revised form looks like to the applicant. And what you'll see now is that the contact information, now the label appears in bold with the red asterisk indicating that it's a required field.